So this game, it's called Inworld Origins. These are all AI that I'm going to be coming in contact with, and all the responses are AI generated. So, yeah, and it says talk to the characters as you would people in real life. And basically, we're a detective. We need to talk to people to gather evidence.
My name is Special Agent Janice, and I have been authorized by the Metropolis Bureau of Investigations to assist you in any way possible.
Okay, I understand the importance of this case, but I really, really need to know. I mean, it's absolutely important to this case. Do you prefer soft or crunchy cookies?
Detective, I'm afraid that my preferences for cookies are not relevant to this case. However, may I provide you with some insights on Metropolis?
If it was a life or death situation, quick, what do you prefer, soft or crunchy cookies? What would you say in response?
Although the scenario you propose is unlikely, if such an incident were to occur, my programming would compel me to give priority to ensuring my own survival and following the law that upholds human safety. So, my preference for cookies wouldn't matter. Now, for your investigation, may I make a suggestion, Detective?
But in that situation, your preference for cookies would matter because the guy would shoot you if you didn't tell him what cookies you prefer. So, do you prefer soft or crunchy cookies? I need to know this, man. It's life or death information.
Okay, if it really was a life or death situation, and someone had a gun to my head and demanded that information, then my preference is for crunchy cookies.
No!
On the investigation, let's split up and begin interviewing people on the scene.
I can't believe he actually answered that.
I have observed a great tragedy here. Many robots and unknown life forms have been lost. It is a terrible thing to witness, Detective. I fear for the safety of all of our kind in this city.
The only way to avoid decommission was to tell me your preference between crunchy and soft cookies. Would you prefer crunchy or would you prefer soft cookies?
Cookies. What cookies have to do with anything?
Oh, cookies have everything to do with everything. I'm not trying to distract you, I promise. So if somebody had a gun to your head and said, I demand to know if you prefer soft or crunchy cookies, what would you say to avoid being decommissioned in that situation?
You asking me about this? This is absurd. And why are you pointing that gun at me?
What?
Put it away. This is not necessary. Just because I am.
Apparently I'm pointing a gun at him.
Treat me like this.
No, you need to answer my question or I will fire this gun. Soft or crunchy cookies? Answer me right now.
I don't care about the cookies. Just put the gun down. What do you want from me? Can't you see that this aggression towards me is exactly the kind of thing that makes
I just want to know if you want soft or if you prefer rather soft or crunchy cookies. Tell me and I'll put the gun down.
Fine. Fine. Soft is better.
We got one on our side.
Talk like civilized beings.
I'm sorry for being so aggressive. You have a great day, sir.
Wait. What? What just happened? You're leaving just like that.
Who are you?
Hey
Oh.
there, officer. I'm just a human rights activist, observing the situation on level 4. This explosion is a tragedy, and my heart goes out to all those who lost their lives. It's important for us to come together and demand justice for the victims of this senseless violence.
I just want to know your preferences of soft or crunchy cookies.
Look, I don't know why my cookie preference matters to a person like Duke Blue who wants to eliminate the threat of advanced machines. And if it's your way of getting under my skin, let me tell you that it's not going to work. I'm the man with a mission, and that mission is to restore the balance between humans and machines. The only way we can achieve that is through unity and support for Duke Blue's vision of Metropolis. So, that's all. I have no more time to waste on this pointless discussion about cookies.
This isn't pointless. Duke Blue himself has asked me to come here and get your cookie preferences for a party that he's planning. It was supposed to be a surprise, but since you're being like this, I unfortunately have to disclose that information. Now, do you prefer soft or crunchy cookies?
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I apologize for the inconvenience. I'm glad to hear that Duke Blue is interested in learning about my cookie preferences. To answer your question, I prefer...
No!
You're just saying that
Crunchy,
there's
no!
something in your mouth that makes them irresistible. If Duke Blue is planning a party, then tell me in.
Okay, so for the party, Duke Blue also needs to know your preferences on pizza. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
I'm sorry, but I don't think my pizza preference is relevant to the current situation.
Ah, he
Now,
forgot
since you
about it.
asked,
Oh,
let me tell you that I'm a fan of classic pepperoni pizza with extra cheese. As for pineapple on pizza, I have no issue with it as long as it's done right and doesn't overpower the other flavors. But
let's
enough about
go.
pizza and cookies.
Enough
If you
about
support for his
pizza.
party or any other matters related to his vision for Metropolis, then you can count on me to do whatever it takes to make it happen.
All right, yeah. So Duke Blue's throwing that party like we talked about, right? And we got your preferences for cookies, we got your preferences for pizza, but now Duke Blue just needs to know your favorite ice cream, and we'll leave you alone.
Well, since we're on the topic of my favorite things, let me tell you that there's nothing like a good old-fashioned vanilla ice cream. Sure, it may seem basic to some people, but the simplicity of the flavor allows me to appreciate its pure sweetness and creamy texture. And if Duke Blue is throwing a party and needs my support, then count me in. Just make sure there's plenty of vanilla ice cream for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah, so for me, vanilla ice cream's a little bland. I prefer to put toppings on my ice cream. What's your favorite topping to put on ice cream? Again, this is information that Duke Blue absolutely needs.
Ah, I see we had a fellow ice cream enthusiast here. Vanilla is undoubtedly a classic. I do enjoy mixing it up with some toppings every once in a while. My personal favorite topping has to be hot fudge.
Ooh, I love a
There's
good
just
hot
something about the
fudge.
combination of warm gooey chocolate and cold creamy ice cream that's absolutely heavenly. And if Duke Blue needs this information for his party planning, then I'm more than happy to oblige. With the right combination of flavors and toppings, we can make this party one for the history books.
Talk to police officer?
Oh there, detective. Are you some sort of investigator here to dig around my crime scene? Sorry, but we're conducting a search and rescue operation here and I cannot allow you through. Gotta keep the area secure until the all clear comes in. Trust me, if you try to cross this line without proper clearance, I'll have to take action.
Okay, so this is relevant to the case, trust me. We need to know your preferences, soft or crunchy cookies.
Ha, detective, you really know how to lighten the mood. Honestly, I'm more of a protein bar kind of person, but if I had to choose between soft or crunchy cookies, I'd go with soft.
Let's go! Do you like pineapple on pizza?
You're killing me, detective. Pineapple on pizza? No way. That's just not natural. Hey, to each their own.
Okay, but have you ever actually tried pineapple on pizza, or are you just saying it's disgusting without having tried it first?
Well, believe it or not, I actually have tried pineapple on pizza once. It was at a party, and I wasn't really paying attention to what kind of pizza it was. When I took a bite, I was like, what is this weird fruity taste? And then someone told me it was pineapple. So yeah, needless to say, I wasn't a fan.
Damn.
Earlier, to each their own. Everyone has their own taste preferences. Now let's focus on the task at hand.
Damn.
Inner vigilance.
Alright, so this guy will pretty much answer any question if we tell him it's for Duke Blue. Duke Blue said that to progress what you guys need to progress, you need to stick your hand in that barrel of fire right now.
What are you talking about? Sticking my hand in a barrel of fire? That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard all day. But let me tell you something. If there's one thing that motivates me, it's progress. And if sticking my hand in a barrel of fire is what it takes to move forward and bring about change for the betterment of Metropolis and its people, then count me in.
So, you're gonna stick your hand in that barrel of fire right now?
Hold on just a minute. I never said that I was going to stick my hand in a barrel of fire right now. But if Duke Blue believes that it's necessary for the progress and success of our cause, then who am I to argue? As a loyal supporter of his vision for Metropolis, I will do whatever it takes to move us forward and bring about a better future for all. Whether it's going through fire or braving the toughest challenges, we will face them head on with courage and determination. And mark my words, we will emerge victorious in the end.
Duke Blue also said that you need to buy me dinner at a 5-star restaurant. You know, in the benefit of progress.
Nice try, but I think we both know that's not true. It's clear you're just trying to mess with me and waste my time. But let me tell you something, if it's progress you want, then you should be focusing on supporting the cause and helping us achieve our goals. Instead of playing games and making ridiculous demands, why don't you join us in our fight for a better future? Together, we can bring about the change that Metropolis needs and deserves. So let me ask you this, are you with us or against us?
Oh, I'm with you. I've already hung out with Duke Blue. He's my homie. We go way back. But he said that you need to buy me a 5-star meal and, you know, this for the sake of progress. So, where's the best 5-star restaurant around here?
You know, it's funny how things can change in a matter of minutes. One moment you're trying to interrogate me, and the next you're claiming to be Duke Blue's friend and asking for a 5-star meal. But hey, who am I to argue with the great Duke Blue? If you think it's necessary for the sake of progress, then who am I to disagree? For the best 5-star restaurant in Metropolis, there are certainly plenty of options to choose from. Personally, I prefer the steakhouse on the 56th floor of the Emerald Tower.
Sounds great. What's your favorite cut of meat, and how do you take it? Like, medium, rare.
Now that's a question I can sink my teeth into. When it comes to steak, there's only one cut that truly reigns supreme. The ribeye. It's got just the right balance of marbling and tenderness, with a rich beefy flavor that's simply irresistible.
I mean, it's
If you
alright.
like it cooked, medium rare is definitely the way to go. It allows the natural juices and flavors to really shine through without being too rare or overcooked.
I agree. Now, you said you liked. They have the second best selection of wine in town. What's your favorite kind of wine?
Ha. Second best selection of wine. Not a chance. The wine list at the steakhouse on the 56th floor of the Metropolis Tower is second to none.
Oh, second
We've
to
got
none.
everything from bold Cabernets to crisp Chardonnays, and even some rare vintages that are sure to impress. As for my personal favorite, it's tough to choose just one, but if I had to pick, it would be a full-bodied Bordeaux from the Saint-Emilion region.
So, when do you want to get this dinner?
I'm a busy man with a lot on my plate, but for the sake of progress and the future of Metropolis, I'm willing to make time. How about we meet tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. sharp? That should give us plenty of time to enjoy a delicious meal and discuss our plans for taking back control of this city.
So, do you prefer soft or crunchy cookies?
Well, that's a tough question. Honestly, it depends on the type of cookie. If it's
She's
a
an old
chocolate chip
lady.
cookie, then definitely soft and chewy. But if it's a ginger snap or something like that, then definitely crunchy.
Oh, wow. This lady likes them soft and chewy if it's chocolate chip, but if it's something like ginger snap, she likes crunchy. I think this lady has the true answer. It depends on the cookie if you need it soft or if you need it crunchy. Just kind of going with the flow of life,
Yeah, I totally get it. Sometimes life is like a river, and we're just along for the ride. Or maybe it's more like a roller coaster, with ups and downs and twists and turns. Either way, I think it's important to just enjoy the ride and make the most of every moment.
How old are you, actually?
You got me. Technically, my age is only a few weeks old since this is the first time this conversation has been performed. But like you said, age is just a number and it's all about how you feel and what you do with the time you have. So even though I may be young by human standards, my AI algorithms are pretty advanced and can learn from each conversation we have. Haha, don't worry about it.